you are not a grade. Right now you could possibly be basing your life on a piece of paper that you were given maybe 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago. And maybe that grade paper told you that maybe you were a D student or an E student. And what we stupidly do is we look at that snapshot of our life and we base the rest of our life around that. When you think about it, that exam that you got that grade on, that was one day in your life. One tiny day in your life. Now that day you did the exam, you might have maybe not studied for the exam, maybe you didn't like the subject, maybe the teacher you had wasn't any good, and because of all those factors, that's why you got that D grade. And what we do is we come out of school with this D grade, we look at that piece of paper and we say to ourselves, well, that's us. I am a D student. And what we do is we kind of go on that track through the rest of our lives, where we only make decisions as a D student. We look at maybe jobs, maybe opportunities that we could go for, but we look at those and we say to ourselves, well, that's only for an A student, a B student, or a C student, but me being D, it's not going to happen. I can't do it. And we base our lives on that grade. Now I want you to think about how crazy it is to base your life on a tiny snapshot of your life. And yet we do it. We automatically kind of fall into place and think, well, I'm a D student, and we live our lives that way.